I like drama on TV and in the movies, but not in my life. But I got caught creating some drama this weekend. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it.
Welcome to the Christian Musicpreneur Podcast, where we provide tips, tools, techniques, and resources to help you grow your ministry. I'm your host, Simone Henry, a business coach and mentor for independent Christian recording artists.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Christian Musicpreneur Podcast. Today is a special episode because, and I have to, tell you the story of what happened. So Friday, this is what I get for being online on a Friday night. I'm not normally on Facebook on a Friday night, but I was. And somebody tagged me in a post to look at, listen to somebody's music. And I looked at the cover and I was like, oh, he's cute. Let me have a listen. I'm single. I got eyes. So I went and I had a listen. And I didn't hear what I was expecting. You know how the Lord said to Samuel that man looks at the outside, but God looks at the heart. God wasn't telling Samuel that this necessarily was a bad thing. He was telling him that this is human nature. This is who we are. And it takes a constant effort to not judge a book by its cover, right? We always say that, don't judge a book by its cover. But we do it all the time. And so that's what I did. So I didn't hear what I was expecting to hear. And I shared my opinion on this post and I put it out there and I went about what I was doing, right? And what I didn't remember or didn't realize or forgot that this was a public forum and that everybody can see it, including the artist that I was talking about. And so, of course, it was a critical statement that I made, and I shouldn't have made it. It should not have been out there in a public forum like that. Yes, I do have a right to my opinion, but I do say this sometimes, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, just because I have my opinion doesn't mean that I should express it, in any form, any way I want to, because this just wasn't the place. It wasn't the place. And so I am publicly apologizing to this artist for doing that. I was wrong. I should not have done that. And he was angry, and in his anger, he said some things, and some things that I wanted to talk about here today because it kind of gave me some insights into maybe how other artists are thinking and feeling and how they're seeing things. Ron and I were actually talking about this yesterday, and we were saying how maybe we should make artists mad more often, because maybe they'll actually tell us what they're really thinking. Hey, Monique, maybe they'll tell us what they're really thinking and feeling, right? Because, hey, DJ Shane, and Ron decided to come on here with me, and we can talk about this stuff.
Hey.
Ron is my producer, and he's also willing to come on here and share some stuff with me, because he saw this post as well. And we were talking about this, like, there are many times that, like, I've been on that. There's this, I think it's a weekly call that goes on with artists and artists and industry professionals, where I think it's called Let's Talk Gospel.
Yeah, Let's Talk Gospel. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't been on there in a while, but a friend of mine was telling me that it's pretty much the same as it's kind of always been, where all of these industry professionals, they go on there and they share their knowledge, they share what they're thinking, and they're sharing tips and stuff to help artists, but we don't hear from the artists. The artists aren't asking questions. They're not really saying anything, you know. And I see it too on Music Industry Makeover, right? And we
Right.
are bringing that back. Eventually, we will bring it back. We're working out some stuff behind the scenes. I know y'all are missing it, but it is coming back.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
but you know, we'll get on there and we'll have a panel of people and we're talking and we're sharing. We'll pick up a topic and you know we're talking about it. And but the artists are just listening and nobody's really asking any questions. Nobody's saying anything. So it's kind of hard to know what you're thinking and feeling and what it is you want and what you need. And we as service providers, it's hard to know how to serve you really when we
Right.
don't know. So, so I did want to address some of the things that he said. Um, One of the biggest things he said was that my job is to encourage artists. I just went back and reread the comments just to make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Some things I won't cover because I'm just not. Um, But one of the things he said was that as a leader in this industry, that my job is to encourage artists and to, to help them and to lift them up and to, get them, well, to encourage them, right?
Hmm.
Um, as a business owner, I get to decide what my job is. And I don't see my job that way, actually. You know how I see my job? I see my job is kicking you in the behind and throwing you off a cliff.
Mm.
That's how I see my job. That doesn't really sound very encouraging, does it?
No, that doesn't.
But what I mean is that I see my job as to help you to step out of your comfort zone. Because the way things have been going for the last few years, all of the years that I have been in the gospel music industry, I hear the same things over and over again from artists. And I keep hearing how, I can't get on radio. I can't, I don't have any fans. Um, I'm not making any money. It's just really hard. And, I don't have the money to produce my next single or my next project. And what I'm hearing is, honestly, is that we're doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result, and it's not happening.
Right.
I am struggling, trying to be a voice for change in this industry, to be somebody who is going to help you to do things differently, to think differently, and to step out of that comfort zone. Because, like I said, we keep doing the same things over and over again, and nothing ever changes, right?
Right.
Um, so, you know, I liken it to being kind of stuck in 1982, right? I was actually talking to a gentleman that I met on LinkedIn last week, and I was asking him if he would actually come on this show and talk to us about what he's doing. The thing about what he is doing is that it's advanced. And I keep feeling like I don't want to talk about this topic yet because I feel like we're just not there yet.
Hmm.
But I'm going to try and get him on this show. Now, what he does is he helps artists to fund their careers using NFTs.
Mm.
And there's been a lot of talk about NFTs lately.
Oh yeah.
And I just keep feeling like, oh, we're just not there yet. We need, my whole thing is we need to be building our fan bases. We really need to be building communities around our music, our ministries, our messages, our testimonies, building that up so that when we these opportunities come out, right? This cryptocurrencies and NFTs and Web3 and all this other stuff that comes out, like who are you actually selling them to if you don't have a fan base? Because what I see a lot of times is that an artist will get onto a platform and it's a great opportunity, but they're looking for the platform owner to do all of the marketing to their audiences.
Right.
But the artist themselves is not advertising to their audience. They're not promoting to their audience. They're not bringing those people in.
Right.
So what this guy said is that he was like, oh, you don't need a fan base necessarily. And I was like, really? He said that they do promotion and they will go out there and promote your music to a bunch of fans. And so my thought was, okay, so you're going to do a bunch of promotion and you're going to try and get these NFTs discovered by some people. And that, to me, it just feels unfair
Mm-hmm.
for, say, an artist who does have a nice big fan base
Right.
to be on that platform and to have their fans discover somebody else's music. But this other artist who has little to no fan base is on this platform and they have no people to introduce this artist's music to. So there's no share and share alike there going on there. If you're an artist and you join this platform with no fan base and you're expecting to get for somebody else to do all the promotion for you, you build up a fan base. People are discovering your music, but you're not bringing people to discover theirs, so there's no win-win really.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like with all of these new opportunities that are coming to us, that we're just not ready. Because we don't know how to build an audience, build a relationship with that audience, keep that audience engaged for any length of time, and get them really, if they learn how to be a good fan to you, then they will invariably be a good fan to another artist because you've taught them how. You've brought them along this journey with you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I feel like gospel artists are losing some of their best advocates because they're not willing to change and learn and grow and come into the 21st century. I feel like we're back in 1982. And I feel like we need artists to come into 2022 with us.
Now I want to ask you, if you mind,
Go ahead.
you want the artist to come in the 21st century, but the fact is it based upon their getting that 1982 information? And
That's another thing too. And this goes back to artists losing their best advocates, right? Because I have to tell you, my friends, my family, church people, pastors, lots of people I know have told me over and over again. My coach last year told me, you need to stop working with artists. These people are not for you. You can't run a business when people won't pay you for your services, right? They think
pretty
that they
much.
should be getting it for free.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel so strongly about the music. I feel very strongly about the messages. I feel so strongly. I'm so connected to it that to leave it, I feel like I would like be giving up a lung or something.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
But
look, I have to run. So, yeah, I may be back.
okay,
All right.
okay. But we're losing our best advocates if we're not willing to change and we're not willing to grow and to learn, right? Ron is one of those people who has opened up to other customer bases. And, and eventually he may just leave altogether, right? I see other people doing the same thing. I'm not there yet, at least I don't think so, but it's a struggle. It can be a real struggle when the attitudes are just so 1982, Okay, so another thing he said was that I am taking money from artists and not giving them any. I'm not putting money towards artists. Thank you, Calvin. Calvin says, I have a passion for helping. I do have a real passion for this. Yes, I'm not taking money from artists. I am accepting money in exchange for my services. That is how business works. I have never walked into a Walmart, been greeted by the greeter with $50, and then put some stuff in my cart, head to the cashier, and then hand them back that $50. Or walk out with the $50 and the stuff that I wanted to purchase. I'm running a business. My customer base is artists. They pay me, I provide services. That is what I do. Now, as a fan, I give to a charity that this one artist is running because I believe in her charity. I believe in her and what she's doing. I buy merch from this other artist because I really like her stuff. She designs really cool stuff. And then there's this other artist that I really, really would love to support, but she doesn't really give me the opportunities to support her because she doesn't do any of the stuff that I teach. So, but as a fan, I'm absolutely ready to support, to support an artist that I love and can follow. So 1982 mindset, meaning the way the music business used to be, meaning that was another comment that he made, right? I need to be more encouraging, and I need to lift artists up, and I need to believe in them, right? And I do believe in artists. I believe in all Christian artists, people who are here and your goal is to spread the gospel of Jesus to the world, right? I do. But my job isn't a manager, and I'm not a label. I don't necessarily need to be a big fan of your music in order to help you. I'm not a PR person either. I don't do the promotion for you. What I do is I teach you how to build a relationship with your fans. I can put together a flyer on Canva and put it out there, but how does that help your fans get to know you? PR firms and different people do that, they'll take over your social media and post stuff for you. But what I teach is for you to get out there and share your voice with your fans and with your potential fans. Allow them to get to know you, because you are the one that they're going to be following. You are the one that they're going to be paying for your music and your merch. A flyer that I put together does not do that. They don't get to know you. You want to be out there telling your testimony, why you're writing the songs that you're writing, where the songs came from. Tell us the story. Let us know who you are and what you're about. What's your mission on this mission field called music? What is it that you really want to do? And how can we as your fans help you do that? That is what I help you do. There are lots of PR people out there who I don't know all the things that PR people do, but they have their lists of media contacts. They write articles and blog posts and put together flyers and submit your music to all these different places, the magazines, the radios, all the different media platforms that they have access to. But what I do is I help you yourself to build that bond with your audience so that they will stay with you for years and years and years, right? Did I ever tell you my goal? My goal is to help 1,000 artists fire their bosses and do ministry full time. That is my goal. And in order to help you do that, your fans need to know you. All right. So Chris White says artists have realistic expectations. Are you saying unrealistic expectations? People can advise, but no one can guarantee results. And that's absolutely true. Thank you, DJ Shane, for saying that I'm a good teacher. That I help artists learn how to do the work, but I don't do it for them. Yeah. If you are not super tech savvy, I help you with some of that technical stuff, but the words, the stories, the experience, that comes from you. So I help you to form it and to put it out there. Last week I had a client on, her name is Calandra Gant, and she talked about how I was helping her to be a bit more personable with her fans, right? Because, I told her, write some stories. And her stories tended to be 1 or 2 liners. That's not a story. Come on, flesh it out. Tell me the when, the where, the how, the why. Give it to me. Give it all to me, right? Let them get to know you because you are the one that they'll be following. What tends to happen is when you are doing radio promotion and some of these other PR things is that you get a big boost of attention, but are you bringing those people that see your stuff into your world, and are you holding on to them and building that relationship with them? So then the next time maybe you have a single or an album that you want to promote, you're not only promoting to them, you're not spending new money to promote to the very same people because you've got those people in your world already. The money that you're spending, you're reaching out to new people, and now you're bringing them into your world, right? So I teach you how to spend the money once, bring them into your world. The next time you spend money, you're going out and you're talking to new people. And the people who are already here, they were there for the last album, the last single, they're here for the new one, they'll be there for the next one, right? That's what you want. You want to hold on to the people, build that relationship with them, keep them in your world. Another thing I wanted to say was, don't care more about what the gatekeepers and the tastemakers think than about what your fans think. I get a lot of people sending me music and asking me, what do I think? It doesn't matter what I think. It really does not matter. If your production is good, your vocals are good, and your branding looks good, take it to your fans. Why are you asking me what I think? People are thinking that I am a manager and that I need to wholeheartedly believe in all their music in order to help them. That is not my role, right? I'm not a manager. I'm not a label. I can work with you no matter what genre you are, as long as you're spreading the gospel. But if I am not a super fan of your style of music, that's not going to hinder me from helping you. There's a style of music that a lot of artists are doing right now. I'm not a big fan of, really, to be perfectly honest. But I have my own taste. Everybody has their own taste, right? But I teach you to take it to the people who will be super fans. They will absolutely love it and eat it up, and it'll be manna, you know? That's what you want. You don't want to be trying to convince somebody to love it. Take it to the people who already love it. And then they will take it to their friends and family, right? That's what you want to do. Okay. So saying, dropping your video on somebody and saying, hey, check out this song, it's a bad way of advertising, basically, because too often I just get a video and it just says, listen to this song. Either that, or they're saying, I'm putting this out there. I want to bless you. Thank you. Tell me what you want. Are you trying to get me to be a fan? Or are you looking at me as a service provider? Either way, say what it is you're about. Introduce yourself. What's the song about? Give me something. Give me something. Make me want to listen to the song, right? A lot of times people don't do that. Oh, this song is great. It'll bless you. Everybody says that. That's not new. That's not different. It's not special. But you as an individual, you as an artist, you are special. So share that. Share what is special about you. Share what's so special about the song that you want somebody to listen to. Right? What's it going to do for me? Right? What's in it for me? WIIFM. That's what you want to share with people. What's in it for them? Why should they spend their time listening to this song? Why is it more important to win a Grammy than to be an artist whose ministry can sustain itself? I like to see the awards and stuff as icing on the cake, but there needs to be cake. If you just put a pile of icing, that's just gross and it's just sugar and it's not good for you. But if you put icing on a cake, you've got something good and you're making it better with the icing on it, right? So build up a nice, good, solid career and then put the icing on the top.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
And make it even better.
Yes, very
okay.
Good.
So are we almost out of time? Does anybody have any questions before we go? Because it's almost time for us to go.
Man, you've been giving some great information. I had to handle some business and things, but hey, hopefully, again, the artists pay attention, and then that issue that the one artist had with you, again, I've seen it a lot of times. We like to spiritualize a lot of things, and it's just okay. Your why you're doing what you're doing, and understand what the music industry is all about. Okay.
Absolutely.
Understand what it's all about. If this is what you feel God has called you in to do, and know the difference between ministry and industry. And folks are not here to give you handouts. If you want somebody's services, then you need to pay for them. And that's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to say about that is, if the person's services are either not what you expected it to be, or they're too expensive, or whatever it is, speak up and say, I can't afford it. I thought it was this, but it's not that. Otherwise, we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going on. So, thank you. So what I wanted to say before we go was that I am thinking of starting a group program. A few people have told me that my prices were a little high for the individual program, and I do price them that way. Oh gosh, you should hear my coach. My coach was like, "This is all you're charging? This is crazy." Anyway, I am thinking of starting a group program, which would make it more affordable to work with me if you are interested. So what I want you to do is either comment below that you're interested, and I'm going to put you on a waiting list. I need to see how many people are interested. So bring a friend if you really want this to happen, because I want to have a certain number of people to really make sure that we can do this and do this right. And I will take that group through my fan journey process and help you to really be that personable artist with your fans, to really be that artist who is sharing and building that bond with their fan base. Okay, so if you really want this to happen, comment that yes, you're in, you want it to happen. I will get your email address and I'll put you on the list, or DM me and let me know. Okay, so if we can get 30 people, then I'll do it. Okay, if we don't get 30 people, it won't happen. All right, so let me know. Thank you for listening. We went a little bit over today, but there was a lot to say. I think I covered everything that I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free, if you're watching this on the replay, #replay, so that I'll know, put your questions, and if you're interested in that group program and working with me. And a group program is good too, because you also get to interact with each other and you guys can help each other out as well. So let me know, and I will see you next week. Next week is going to be a special show too, so come back.
Thanks for listening to the Christian Musicpreneur podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean a lot to me if you would like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Feel free to share your takeaways in the comment section below and join my free Facebook group, Christian Recording Artists Seeking Freedom. See you next time, and remember to take action and never give up.